Hello, Rogers.
Yes,
Rogers,
boss. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay. Are you still in Kenya?
Yes,
When are you crossing to Rwanda?
on the 9th of July.
Oh, still enjoying Nairobi.
Yes,
Okay, that's nice.
how's work going?
Our work is good.
Okay.
It is now overwhelming.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
but I get used to it because there are some things you were practically doing yourself, and I was focusing on other things. Now that you
Okay.
know that I do them all.
Hmm.
Mm. How is Chris?
Okay.
Mm. I can see Chris is on. Hello, good
Okay.
evening, Chris.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Wow, good evening.
Happy to be
Evening.
here.
Welcome.
Emmanuel,
Yes, please.
I think we can start.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, then let me just open my PyCharm. Okay, so last time we were looking at container data types. So today we are going to continue from there, and then we see how far we could go. I'm still waiting for PyCharm to open. So Chris, were you able to work on those stuff I sent?
Yes, I was able to go through the assignments. I did the number one.
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I said I was able to go through the assignments. I did the number one, but the number two actually gave me tough time, though still figuring it out. I've not yet tied it up yet. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you want to figure out the problem by yourself and for yourself?
Yes, let me figure it. Yes, I want to figure it out myself. If I have any challenge, I will ask you.
Okay then, no problem. So let me share my screen. Okay, so today we are going to continue from there. Um, Okay, so we are just going to get an example and then we jump into the next subtopic. So we write a program that will check the presence of an element in a list. We're going to write a program to check the availability of an element if an element exists in a list. So I'm just going to say, maybe I can say fruits. Okay, I think we did this last time, so let me just get this. Fruit equals to inputs, enter a fruit to verify. So I will now say, I will now create a database for fruits. You can say list of fruits. And I say number one, I can call this to be orange. I call this to be mango. I can call this to be apple and the rest of them. So and now say if fruits in list of fruits, what should happen? So let it print. Let it print fruits. Then I carry out a concatenation here. Is available. Else, you can say fruits not available. So I will run this code. So upon running this code, why is it taking time to run? Oh, container is running. Where is it running? I'm not seeing. Okay. So enter fruit. Maybe I'll enter orange. It's a fruit. Orange is available. I can run again. And then I enter still orange, but I start with capital letter. Say fruit is not available because I started with capital letter and orange here is in small letter. Remember we talked about case sensitive in Python. So for me to be able to cover both capital letter and small letter, I have to convert whatever is going to be typed here into small letter or capital letter so that it will match. But since this is typed, is already what the database here stores is in small letters. So I have to convert whatever is being typed here into small letters before it will be compared with what is recorded in the system. So I will run this code again and then I say orange. So even I type with capital and small letters, it will be able to change everything to small letters and say orange is available. Okay, so you can decide to say let your final product here, your orange should be in capital letter. You can give something like here dot upper and say dot upper so that your fruit name will come out in capital letter even when you are typing in small letter or mixed up. Everything will just be in capital letter. And then you can see that whenever I want to write this, I keep on coming here to rerun this code. But you can make this to be an infinite loop statement by bringing while. Remember we talked about conditional and loop statement. You can say while true. While true, that means if it is correct, let it continue running. So And whenever you have the while, the next line of code must be indented under it. So you have to push this through to be, you have to push the whole of this code to be indented under the while. So I will just highlight the whole code under the while true, and then I press the tab key on the keyboard to give it a one-step indentation. So while true, I run this code again. So I'll say orange. You see, it gives me another space to type. Say mango. It will continue running. I can say, what did I type there? Mango. How do I spell? Oh, I say mango here. So let me change this to the correct spelling. This. I say orange, mango. Let me type this. So it continue looping, continue running, because you have used while through here. It continues. Okay, so having done with that, if there is no question, we are going to proceed to list methods. List methods. We have heard of some of these when we were dealing with strings. We talked about string method where you have the dot upper, dot lower, replace, and the rest of them. So we also have the list methods, which we are going to look at it. So the very first one we are going to look at is called the append. The append method. So the append is used to add an element to the list, to the end of a list. The append method is used to add an element to the end of a list. So I'm going to say this and then I let this go. I return this. So now in this list we have just we have 3 elements. Remember I said last time that these items in a list are referred to as elements. So I want to add another element to this place, to the end of this list. So I'm going to use the append method. So the append method is only used to add an element to the end of a list. So I'm going to say here, list of items dot append. List of items dot append. Then I put what I want to append. List of items dot append. I want to add banana to this place. So I say that, and then I will say print list of items. So this is going to print everything now, including the banana, which was not in the list initially. Leonard, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
So I will run this. So we can see that the banana has been added to the list of fruit, which was not there before. So append is used to add an element to the end of end of a list. And then the next list method we have is called the insert. The insert is used to add an element to a certain position. This one you are going to specify the position you want. And then insert takes 2 arguments. The insert method takes 2 arguments. Okay, you see value, the start and the stop. So what we are concerned is the value and where you want to index, the index, this is the insert. the tool we are dealing with is this index and the object. I don't know if you can see this screen here. So we are dealing with the index and the object. So the index now is the position where you want to place that element, the position you want to place the element in the list. And object is that element you want to place in that list. So I will say this insert, then index, I give it position 0, and then the object, I give it banana. I still want to put banana. Then where do I want to place banana? That means since I've given index to be 0, I'm going to, this banana will be placed here before orange. Remember I said in a list, Python starts indexing from 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So if we say banana should be 0, it means it's going to come here right before this. So I will print this again and see the output. You see now we have banana to be the first now. So we can change the index. Maybe you don't want it there, you want it in another position, maybe between orange and mango. Between orange and mango, you can put 1. Then you run the code again. See, we have it now between orange and mango. That is for index, for the insert method. Then another one we have is the remove. The remove method. This one has one argument, just as the name implies. It removes an element from the set. I say remove. So I'm going to remove banana is not there, so you cannot remove what is not there. So I'm going to remove, maybe let's say mango. Going to remove mango. If I should print this, it's going to print the list without mango in it because I have used the remove method. And then we also have the clear. The clear has no argument in it. The clear has no argument in it. Class. So since the clear has no argument, this is how that goes. If you say this dot clear, just leave it open like that. So it's going to remove everything from the list and return an empty list. That's the clear method. We also have the pop. The pop method. The pop method is the opposite of the append. The pop is the opposite of append, P-O-P. Remember when we use append adds an element to the end of a list, whereas the pop method remove an element from the end, remove the last element in the list. So if you see pop, it removes that element from the list. Maybe if you want to specify the element you want it to remove, you put the index of that element and then it will be able to remove that particular one. Otherwise, it's going to take out the last one. Okay, we also have the index, we have the count, you have the sort, you have the reverse. Those are other method of list method that we have. You have the reverse, we have the sort, and we have the count. So the index is used to check the position of an element. The index is used to check the position of an element. So an element in the list will be passed into the index in string to check its position. Let me just demonstrate that. Maybe you don't know the position of this orange. You want to check for the position, you can use the index. Okay, there's apple here. Let me check the position of apple. So you can do that and then you run this. Oops. Okay, I think we need to declare another variable there. Let us call this, let me call this position equal to this. So from here, instead of printing that, I will print position. Are we still hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. So instead of that, I will print position and then I check. Okay, now you see it has given me 2, meaning this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. That's the position. Then we have the count, which is used to also get, the count is used to check the frequency of an item in a list, whether the item occurs twice or thrice the frequency. Then the sort is used to arrange elements in a list in ascending order. We've talked about that when we are looking at the string method. And then the reverse is used to arrange elements in a list in descending order. It works with sort. And then we talked about list concatenation. List concatenation. What is concatenation? Concatenation is simply a way of joining two strings together or joining two lists together. A way of joining two things, or let's say two strings together. That is concatenation. So if you have two lists, you can actually join them together. Maybe say this is let's say grape, lime. So these are two separate lists. Are we still together? Hmm?
Yes, yes,
Are you still with me?
yes.
Yes, I'm still with you.
So these are two separate lists. You can now say join, want to add them together, equal to list of item plus position. So you can simply say print join. So if we print this, the two lists now has become one, no longer two, because you have used the joint method to do that for the list. Is that
Um, uh,
understood?
yes, it's understood. Can I ask a question?
Okay.
All right. When I was going through something online, I got through the asterisk. That asterisk is used to remove a bracket in a list, so that when you're writing your print command, you can then do print bracket open asterisk before you write in your join and you close your bracket. That is going to remove that bracket. Is that
The square
possible?
bra the square bracket.
Yeah, that is going to remove the square bracket. That the asterisk is used to break a list, to break it out of the bracket.
So did you try that?
Yes.
Okay, if you do something like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That has worked. Okay, that's a good one then. So we proceed. We also have another one called the extend. If you don't want to use the join, you can use the extend to do the same thing. So let's say we have this, where is that? So instead of this, you can simply say list dot extend position. So you run the code. Oops, giving us none. Okay, that is supposed to be on a different line. So since we have extended this, we are no longer going to print join. We are not printing this. Instead, we print the main one, the main code, which is the one we are extending, and we consider this to be the main list, while we are extending this one, the position, into the main list. So since this is the main list, we are going to print this, the name of this, and not the join, not this join here. So we go with that and see the output. Okay. So it still gives us the same output as the other. You can include the asterisk here if you want your output to be in that pattern. Okay, that is for the append. I'll be for the extend. Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. So we still have another one called the append. You have the concatenation, the append. So you can do the same thing for append with a kind of loop statement. You can do that for append with a loop statement. You can say for t in for t sorry, for t in maybe the list, you now say this. Since we are extending this one into this one, so let's say position, in position. So we can now say list, sorry, indent list dot append t. So we now print the list again. Okay. Have you noticed anything there? Have you noticed anything in the result that looks like an error?
Yeah.
Hmm? Okay, it's printing 2 lines. That is because of indentation. So we return this to the line, because if you bring the print here, that means it has been looped. Remember, I told you that looping is just like you dipping your hand into a basket. Maybe you have a basket of fruit, you dip your hand, you remove, you put again, you remove, you put again, you remove. So now, this place is looping position, is going into this container, and then it has found two items. It has found the first one, grape. It has found the second one, lime. That's why it's printing twice, because this print statement is inside the loop. So it has found two. So it printed the first one for this grape and printed the second one for lime. So if I add another fruit here, maybe I just type anything at all. That means you have three items inside this position. So it's going to pick 3 times. So if I should rerun this code now, it's going to print 3. First line, second line, third line. Because the items is printing according to the items inside. We can notice that here. So if you continue adding this, the loop will continue. But we don't want that in our result. We just need one line. So we return this out of the loop, so that it will not be under that loop statement, and then it will give us a singular result. Okay, so the next question we want to target now is a program that will remove duplicate from a list of number. A program that will remove duplicate. Maybe you have a list of number that one number is occurring more than twice. So we can write a simple program that will be able to remove the duplicates from the list. Okay, let's say we have this number equal to 333453567835568. The number are occurring multiple times, more than once. So for us to do that, we are going to loop through it. We are going to loop through the number, and then we see what we could do with it. So you can start by saying, for K in num, remember K can be anything. You can say for Y, you can say for name, you can say for anything at all, just a variable name. So you can say for K in number, remember we want to loop, we want to go into this list of number now and be checking it one by one. Any one that occurs more than once, we replace it. We deal with it. We removed it. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
what does this line of code do? The first line of code here, we come into this list. We'll pick the numbers one by one. We'll pick the first number here. Okay, let me add my cell phone is like was logged out. Okay, about cell phone, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, now this particular one, the first line of code here, we come into this list one by one, pick the first number, and then remember this is an empty list. It doesn't have anything inside. Once it picks the first number, it will fix it into this empty list. Maybe it picks 3, and then it will put 3 there. And then this other line of code, we check if the number picked, from here, if the number picked from this list is not here, is not in duplicate, and this is the duplicate. If any number picked here is not here, that means duplicate.append. We talked about it. What does append means? Add to the end. If the number is not there, you add it to the list. So it will pick 3 the first time, and then there is no 3, it will add the number. Then come again, pick this one, compare there. 3 is there, so it will discard it because 3 is already there. Pick the next one and check with this. 3 is already, you throw it away. It will pick the next one, 4, and check here. 4 is not there. It will add it to the end. Pick the next one, 5. Check the list here. 5 is not there. It will add it to the end. Pick this one, 3. Check here, 3 is there. It will not add because it already exists. That's where this line of code comes in. If K not in duplicate, that means if the number picked from that list is not in this duplicate, then the next line of code said append. Append means add to the end of the list. So now it will continue checking all the numbers. Anyone that occur more than twice, it will keep just one and then throw away the other one. So after you've done that, you now say print the output. You now print, you are not printing this number because if you print this number, it's going to print everything inside. Instead, you print this one. You print what has been filtered, which is duplicate. So you say print, return this back home. Print duplicate. So let us run this and see how it goes. Okay, we can notice that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 56. 56. Okay, but remember, if you bring this here, it's going to return that looping error where it's going to print more than one line. You see now, it's printing more than one line because of that. So we don't want that. That's why we take it back to this other place. Okay. Do we get anything there?
Yes.
Okay, so now with the same idea, let us write a program that will separate positive and negative number in a list. A program that will separate positive and negative number in a list. So let's maybe say we are still using the same thing. You can call this positive, you can call this, we have 2, 5, you can call this negative, you can call this negative. Let us say this is negative. Okay, so we still have the same list of numbers, but mixed up with negative and positive. So the first thing we have to do is also the same way we declare. Duplicate. Now we want to pick these numbers one by one. Anyone that is positive, we fix it here, we append. Anyone that is negative, we put it here. That is, we are going to use that looping statement to do that. Okay, so we say for norm in range len of numbers, if norm less than 0, if the number is less than 0, what is it? Is it positive or negative?
Negative.
That is negative. So what do we do if it's negative? We append it. This is a method. There is another method this could be used to. There's another method this could be used if you are not using this method. And then if it's not less than 0, what happened? You say else positive dot append. And then you print both of them. You print both the positive and the negative out. Positive numbers in the list are and negative numbers in the list are this. So let's run this again. Okay, you see the list of positive numbers and also the list of negative numbers. Is that understood?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, so the next thing we look at is called a dictionary. We might not be able to conclude with this today, but let's just touch it and then next time we continue with it. So the next container data type we'll look at is called a dictionary. A dictionary is denoted with a brace bracket, which is something talked about in the previous class. A dictionary this is a symbol for a dictionary. So in Python, whenever you see this, you know that you are dealing with a dictionary. And then also, it made up of pairs of keys and values. So a dictionary is made up of pairs and value. Pair and value. For instance, you can say, you can declare a dictionary. You can also declare an empty dictionary. So let's say there are two ways you can do that. Let's say this is person. Dict, you can use the keyword dict to declare a dictionary. Okay, well. So that's one way you can declare dictionary by using the keyword for dictionary dict. Then you can also do this, person equal to. You can also use the symbol of a dictionary to do that. So in either way, the result is the same thing. So you can use this one, you can use this one. So I like using this one. Whichever you are familiar with, you are free to use it. So a dictionary is made up of pairs. Is in pairs. A dictionary works in pairs, cannot be one. That means one is called the key and the other one is called the value. So, for instance, you say person, you can say person. What do you want to talk about the person? Maybe name. You can say the name is what? Grace. And then after that, maybe age. Maybe after that, what again?
State.
Height, weight.
Okay.
So, are you there?
Yes.
So, this is called key and this is called value. This one is for this is for this is for this, and this is for this. So the dictionary, this now is called the key. Why this one is called the value? This is called the key, this is called the value. The key, the value, the key, the value. That's why a dictionary is made in pairs. So for you to print this now, you don't just say you print person. Printing person is going to get everything inside the dictionary. But what if I just want to print name? Maybe I want to print age, I want to print height, I want to print the weight. So you can always use print person and then you specify the key you want to print. I want to print person, then I bring this list in, name. So I need only the name. So I print that, right? You can print another thing you want. Maybe you want to print them out one by one. You can simply do that. You see. Are we good to go? Are you still there with me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so that is one of the way of assessing. That is one of the ways of assessing the values in a dictionary by using the key and the brace bracket, the square bracket, which is the list. You can use the key to access the value. Then another way of accessing the element in a dictionary is using the get function. You can use the get method to access the values in a dictionary if you don't want to use the other one. So you can simply say print let's say we say d equal to person dot get name. So you can simply say print d. You can print d. So this is using the get method to print. That is done. You can say print h. That is also done. So whichever method you are conversant with, you can use, and then the output will still be the same thing.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
All right, from this your command now you're written, when you do the person dot get bracket strings each, is there no way you can make it user friendly? Because as it is now, if you print everything like that one by one, it
You
will
can do
not.
it now. That one, we don't need to talk about that again. You can use your formatting string here. Then you bring in your this thing. This should work. Okay, that doesn't work. Maybe you could okay, use it. You don't use it there. Use it in the print. You can say print. Let's format this. Print D. Okay, you can do this. Oh, it has gone back. What do I put there? Can say, let's put this person is, I want to get the name now. Or you can make it to, let's say P. Can do that for the name also. Dot get name. Then you change here to B. Okay, so you can say person is dash D years old. Okay, does that answer the question?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So you can always format it to the way you want it to look like. And also, you can use the key to print everything in your dictionary. In case you don't want to specify them one by one, you can just use keys, and then it will print out your keys for you. It will print the keys. Maybe you can say something like print person dot, let's say keys. Maybe you don't know the keys use. You can say something like that, and then you run the code and it will print the keys available. You see now, the keys are this: name, age, height, and weight. And remember, I said this side are called values. So you can also say print values. And it will print the values grace 22, 1.5, and 2.5. Is that gotten?
Yes, it is gotten.
Yeah. All right. So if there is no question, that is where we are going to stop. And then by next time, we look at how we can update a dictionary, updating a dictionary. That means like the way we use the append, the insert to update a list, we could also do some manipulation to a dictionary to include, to add some values that were not there to it.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you. You are welcome, Leonard.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes.
Well understood, though.
Are you saying something?
I'm saying, yeah, this is so good. See you next time.
Okay, so I'm going to stop
keep...
there and then we continue next time. Thank you.
Okay.
Who is that, Maso?